we know that this has never been easy so that you may keep your marriage safe. We know where in the world we live it in. But what we what can we do so that we may do the best possible so that our marriage might be safe? We're gonna keep this in mind. We need to avoid undue jealousy. Sometimes jealousy isn't bad at all at itself, but within the marriage cycle, we need to review how we are handling matters and how we are developing our jealousy. Jealousy is one of the aspects which is keeping the marriage safe and which is helping you and your partner to continue living along and enjoying your trip so far. And that saying eternally. But what to avoid within the marriage cycle about jealousy. Keep this in mind that really marriage cannot thrive in an atmosphere of suspicion and distrust. So when we so suspicious and we developing distrust, of course it's going to be a point in which really it's going to be so hard so that our marriage may thrive. So what you're going to do is that you need to avoid inordinate jealousy. What does it mean? What is jealousy really in this aspect? You know, the word jealousy has different shades of meaning, of course, the way you're going to develop it, because we have a lot of dictionaries who explained and defined the word jealousy. But here, we're going to take just one point about it, one definition. We know that it refers to the emotion we feel when we believe that someone is taking improper interest in our marriage mate, or that our marriage mate is taking an improper interest in someone else. That's true. But we may feel that our marriage is under threat. Exactly. But if that really is the case, what we're going to do is that we need to pay more than close attention so that we may avoid inordinate jealousy. Because if jealousy is not proper, it's not going to give your marriage thrive. So if the case is real, then jealousy is normal and proper. But after all, we need to keep in mind marriage is the closest bond between two humans. A couple should do all in the position of power to protect it. What to keep in mind is this: you no longer two, but you are one flesh. And this means a lot. No longer two, but one flesh. We need to avoid what we call by unwarranted jealousy. I'm going to explain that what jealousy or whatever is motivated by suspicion and fear that have no foundation. Suspicion and fear which has no foundation. But notice that what we call by genuine love may protect us from such hurtful jealousy. We got one doctor who said something, Dr. Lee Robert. He said the deception that resides from unfounded jealousy can jeopardize the very relationship that you want to protect. So then, what causes undue jealousy? Look to your past. Look back to your past and see the way you've been raised up. Remember this: you might be prone to undue jealousy if you were betrayed in the past by a former spouse, or perhaps your parents' marriage failed because of unfaithfulness and you fear that the same will happen to yours. We got somebody saying this, a quote: "My dad cheated on my mom when I was young. So distrust has always been a problem for me. It has an emotional scar that occasionally rears its ugly head in my marriage." It's not true. Another factor is this: if you tend to be insecure, you might be quick to view others as a threat to your marriage. You could even convince yourself by saying this, that given the chance, your spouse will leave you for someone else. I'm gonna give you a tip, something. See what said a woman by the name of Lydia. She said this, that my husband was asking to be a group mate to his friend's marriage, which meant that at certain times he will be paired with a bridesmaid. She said I was not okay with that. He had to say no. Not what Lydia said. But we need to remember that really wedding customs vary. And the feeling was true. But whatever the cause, improper jealousy can move you to suspect and even unjustly accuse you mate of unfaithfulness. The resulting climate of distrust will even harm your marriage and possibly even your health. What to do? Jealousy is like a cancer. Avoid this place. But how to control your jealousy? Build your trust. Rather than look for signs of disloyalty, think of ways that your spouse has earned your trust. So the same woman said this, that I think of my husband's good qualities, and she's relating and saying if he is attentive towards someone, it's because he genuinely cares, not because he has improper motives. I have to remind myself that my parents' marriage is not my marriage. Of course, love believes all things. So we have the challenge of suspiciousness. The challenge that we do have is like a dark hole in which we cannot even have the strong or ability even to get out of it. What to do? Dr. Leahy Roberts Corey-Hilliard writes, we often treat our faults as if they are true. Our confidence that we are correct becomes the proof. But believing something to be true doesn't make it so. And our confidence is not really evidence. And that's true about what Dr. Roberts said. So notice this. Reading meaning into situations and making some assumptions can create a problem that wasn't there to begin with. I repeat, reading meaning into situations and making assumptions can create a problem that wasn't there to begin with. So then be reasonable so to avoid that. And then take your time to discuss the concerns. No matter what is at the root of your jealousy, talk to your spouse about your concerns so that the two of you can agree on reasonable boundaries of behavior. Very power striking, isn't it? Yes, it is. So then, keep this in mind. You need to stop looking for your own interests. Rather, see the advantage of your mate, which is going to allow both of you to continue your trip. Remember, if your spouse is so jealous, there is a point. Do the best possible. Take an honest look at yourself too. Then try to talk them out over with her or with him. This is going to allow you really to move so far. So please reconsider your jealousy. Do the best possible to cool down somehow and be reasonable and flexible. Then things will go well in your marriage. Thank you.